Hello everybody, my name is X Factor, and for those of you who do not know, there's a massive patch hitting the division on April 12th. It's the 1.1 patch with incursions, a ton of new gear, including these bad boys, the new gear sets with their respective set bonuses. We're going to cover that, but also we're going to cover the last couple days of news with the 1.1 patch. For those of you who do not know, I did do a video breaking it down. There was a massive nerf to crafting, and there was no good news when it came to crafting or drops. The internet kind of went ablaze, and over the last 24 to 36 hours, the developers have reacted to that and said, hey guys, you don't have the complete story yet, there's more news to come. Now, whether that's them backpedaling or them just making a massive PR mistake, we don't know, but the results are pretty good. So let's cover those changes before we get to the set bonuses and gear that we're looking at, and I'm actually pretty excited about. So for those of you that will be farming the Dark Zone, once 1.1 hits on April 12th, if it's a 30-plus named NPC, it has a 100% drop rate for a high end with a gear score of 163 plus. That's good news. But the bottleneck has been division tech, right? Because even though some things aren't going to require division tech that are currently in the game, the new high-end gear most certainly will. So you could still farm the division tech runs, and you could still get the random drops, but they've increased the DT drop rates from level 32 named by an extra 40%. So those should drop a little bit more. And here's the best news of it all. For those of you who played WoW, you're very familiar with loot tables. Well, they'll be making their way into the division in a more specific manner. Now they're going to be very specific to the named NPC. So if you need a couple pieces of gear or a specific piece of gear, you can look for that to drop from a specific named NPC. So less randomization when it comes to the drops, more specific target loot tables when it comes to the named NPCs. So let's get to the new gear sets that are in front of us that's coming in the April 12th patch. And as you can see, the bonuses scale with how many pieces you have. The only question is how hard will it be to get multiple pieces? And then lastly, complete the set, because some of these talents are absolutely ridiculous. So from left to right, we have the Strikers Battlegear. If you have two pieces, it's a plus 20% damage through enemy armor. That is kind of gross, because that seems to be the thing people are doing, is stacking armor to that max cap in the Dark Zone. This should help mitigate some of that. Set bonus 3 is 100% addition to your critical hit damage. And of course, if you get the fourth piece, you pop the talent Shooter. Every consecutive hit deals 1% more damage, stacks up to 100%. Missing shots drops bonus by 2%. Bonus is reduced by 1% every second. That could be kind of dirty. Path of the Nomad, for those of you who are going the lone wolf, if you will. If you have two pieces, you have an addition to scavenging by 50%. Three pieces, 20% health on kill. Right now, there are several slots that you can get 10 to 11% health on kill. Well, if you get 20, that's not too bad, especially if you can roll something else on those other slots. And of course, the talent is Nomad. When receiving fatal damage, you're instead healed to full health. It's a passive, it seems like, that can occur once every 10 minutes. Tacticians Authority. The set bonus for two pieces is 4,000 skill power. Set bonus number 3 is 20% skill haste. And of course, if you have 4 pieces, his talent, every 60k damage your group deals, add 1% skill power to you for a max of 100% bonus. Bonus is reduced by 1% every second the group isn't dealing damage. That is some nasty support play. And lastly, we have Sentry's Call. 2 pieces is 30% increase to headshot damage. 3 pieces, 20% damage to elites. And their talent is Stalker. Headshots mark the enemy, increasing the damage inflicted on the target by 15% for a duration of 10 seconds. A target can receive up to 3 marks. So these are your sets and their set bonuses. Which one do you think you're going to run to and look to acquire first? More than likely, you're going to want to acquire multiple sets, depending on what you're doing and what role you need to fill with your group. But the need for group play is going to increase more and more in the division, especially in the Dark Zone, where one high-end support player can really buff out the rest of the DPS players and just melt multiple groups of people. What do you guys think about this gear? What are you guys going to go for first? As always, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you guys soon.